Hello everyone and welcome back to another video from Castle Perfect. Yeah, that's me. It's been a whole week, holy crap. I mean, like, I had to do so many things this week, it was insane. So I've been really busy, guys. I'm really sorry for not uploading any videos, but here is something to make you even more happy, okay? This is an NU match against a Blaze Templar, a guy that I got on my Skype account. I believe I found him sometime like a week and a half ago on YouTube, and I asked him to add me on Skype so we could have a match. So here's the battle. Now, as you can see, he's going to lead up with a Driftlim, and I'm going to lead up with my Shell Terror, which is going to be my Tor Terror, and he's basically going to spam the Shadow Balls at this point, and that's fine by me because, I mean, Tor Terror can take those moves like all day long. I mean, I'm just joking. Of course, I can only take 3 of those maximum. So I'm gonna go ahead and put up the rocks. Then he activated the Flame Orb, and I was like, what is this? I mean, why would you even have that thing on that Pokemon? I've never heard of it. So I went to Cerebi.net and I discovered that Drifblim has the ability Flame Boost. So the special attack stats of that Pokemon actually gets a boost of 50% whenever it's actually burned. So that scared the living crap out of me. So I decided to make a smart switch into the boss to avoid that Shadow Ball, simply because I'm normal type, so, you know, Ghost type attack do not affect normal types, and therefore I decided to pull off this switch. Now I'm actually going to go for the Brave Bird here. He decided to make a switch into his Bastiodon, which is fine by me. I mean, I could have expected that, but at the same time I was like, I don't know if he's smart or he is stupid. So it was like kind of a test at this point. I was like, is he going to stay in, is he going to switch out? Depending on this move, I can pretty much, you know, readjust my, you know, battle style and like to match his, or actually to overcome his and become better, of course. So what happens here is I go for the U-turn with Swallow and go out into my Torterra back again. Now at this point I know that he will definitely be predicting an Earthquake, because it means everything to him at this point. He doesn't want to lose his Bastiodon, and I know he's going to predict that Earthquake. So instead of going for the Earthquake that he is actually predicting or expecting, I'm going to go for a lead seed on the switch. Now it turns out he brings out his Chimecho, which is, you know, fine by me. I mean, that thing, it really doesn't pose a threat. Every time that I've seen a Pokemon like that, or I've seen a Chimecho, it really never posed, you know, it was never like that scary or anything. It never got to do anything against my team. So it is the same scenario in this time again. And yeah, I got a lead seed on the Chimecho, and I'm going to go for the Wood Hammer to do as much damage as I possibly can. Somehow I managed to be faster than the Chimecho, which also surprises me. Torterra turns out to be quite a fast Pokemon in NU tier. Like, sometimes a lot of people do in fact like predict this Pokemon to be like the slowest of them all, but it is totally the opposite of it. So I go for the Wood Hammer as it goes for the Signal Beam, and does you know, a pretty decent amount of damage, even though it's not a stab, but it is definitely super effective. I somehow got a critical hit here, which was completely useless. He was going to go down anyways, and I'm pretty safe. I mean, look at Torterra, he's got like 50% HP left, and things are not looking too shabby for Torterra. He's been doing a great job so far. And now here is where I was like, dude, are you for real? Like, I am faster than that Camerupt, and I can pull off a Earthquake, which is 4 times super effective against it. I mean, like, why would you bring out a Camerupt? Then later he decided to tell me on Skype that he thought that Torterra was slower than Camerupt. And no, like, no, that's just not even possible. I mean, just looking by the design of each Pokemon, you can already tell that Camerupt is way slower. Like, for real, like, that thing is supposed to be slower just by the Pokemon design itself already. So I go for the Earthquake, finish off that Camerupt as it brings out his Drifblim, which is also fine by me. He's going to go for the Shadow Ball. I was a little bit skeptical whether my Torterra was about to leave that move or not. However, I was going to sacrifice my Torterra and stay in here. I pull a lead seed here just to, you know, seed this thing and get as much HP back as I possibly can. Now it looks like I managed to survive, and I got a little bit of HP back, and it seems like the burn and the lead seed are really, you know, doing a lot of damage to that thing. Now I go down immediately, of course, after the Hidden Power, because I did not have any HP left to like survive anything that a Drifblim was about to throw at me. Now Now that Totera is out of the way, which he totally did an amazing job taking out Camera, Chimecho, and like weakening like this Drifloon so much, it's unreal. Now I go for the Waterfall with Jetto Pistol, which is going to be this fish. I take him down with a Waterfall, which is great. Now he's gonna bring out his Crusher, which is going to be a Luxray, which by the way I did not expect to be Choice Scarf, and it turns out it's Choice Scarf. Then he goes for the Wild Charge, which, you know, it's fine. It was a very cool move. I mean, I did in fact predict his Primeape to be Choice Scarf instead of his Luxray, but I mean, the surprise part of Pokemon is always like the most fun of it, of course. Now that I know this thing is actually Choice Scarf and it's locked into Wild Charge, I'm going to send out my Stang because I know I can wall it all day long, and I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, trying to burn that thing, but instead it pulls a switch into this Bastiodon, which is also fine by me. I don't have any clue or any idea of what this Bastiodon can actually go for. I was, you know, rather, you know, troubled in my mind, like thinking this guy could go for a Toxic, it could go for Earthquake, could go for Stone Edge, it could set up Stealth Rocks like it did before, it could do a lot of different things, but it's not like he goes for Taunt here. I cannot go for Pain Split or Will-O-Wisp, which is fine by me because the only thing that I'm trying to do at this point is like doing as much damage as I possibly can to take down this Bastiodon, because it's like the biggest threat. Well, it's not really the biggest threat, it's like the biggest wall he has on his team, and this Pokemon doesn't seem to go down that easily. But I thought like a Stang was like the best matchup against this guy, even though Poison is not super effective by any means against Steel slash Rock. But I mean, I have Flamethrower, and that is usually usually it's always super effective against Steel, but it actually neutralizes because that Pokemon is also part Rock. But well, really, it was a simple way, you know, trying to do as much damage as I could until this guy actually goes down. He goes for a Stone Edge and misses, which is a shame, by the way, and I do in fact get another turn to go for another Flamethrower, and as you can see, Stang is actually at full HP, which I'm thinking, wow, those Stone Edges do absolutely jack shit. They do absolutely no damage, and things are looking really amazing at this point because he has a Luxray and he has a Primeape, and on top of that, Taunt wears off, so I can actually go for the Will-O-Wisp once again. And funny enough, this was a very cool move on his part. He pulled off a Facade, which I was actually thinking of, why would you go for that move? Oh wait, I do have Will-O-Wisp. Had I gone for Will-O-Wisp, Facade would have doubled in power and done the you know, 2 times the amount of damage it does right now. Like, it was so good for me. I felt so good that I actually went offensive against this Luxray rather than going for the Will-O-Wisp, because it would have cost me my Stang. Like, imagine like Facade with a burn and he getting a critical hit at some point. I mean, like, all those things are possible, and I'm really happy that I actually managed to go for I went full offensive, which is good. Now his Luxray is out of the way and he only has 1 Pokemon left, while I have 4 Pokemons left. I'm gonna go for the Sludge Bomb now that his Primeape is out. He goes for Ice Punch, which, you know, it's fine by me. I don't think that close combat is gonna do that much damage because it's resisted, and you know, like anything that this Primeape can basically throw at me, like Stang can take it for days. So I'm actually going to go for the Sludge Bomb, and believe it or not, guys, the first Sludge Bomb did not get me a poison, but the second one, for some random reason, I was like, it would be funny if I actually pull off a poison right now, like now that he has like 1 HP left, and I did in fact pull off the poison, and like that was so epic. But it could be, I mean, he just had no way of winning this game anymore, and it was a very good match, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, comment, rate, and subscribe, guys. I'm very sorry for like waiting a whole week before I could upload something, but life is getting a little bit busy, and I'm actually feeling really happy right now about the things that are happening in my life, and I hope you guys can understand that. Like, anyways, guys, I'm rambling right now. I will leave you with this video. Comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. So take care.